Okie dokie. So for today, we're going to take a bit of a break from Gnostic mythology. We're going to talk about the concept of the left-hand path. So let me ask you a question. What if embracing non-conformity could lead to personal power? It's a bold idea that challenges a lot of what we think we know, and this is one of the core concepts behind the left-hand path. So this path is a spiritual and philosophical journey that emphasizes individualism, personal empowerment, and breaking free from societal norms. This is where conventional morality is often questioned and personal transformation takes center stage. But how does it differ from the more conventional right-hand path? And why are people drawn to this less traveled road? And that's what we're here to learn about today. The left-hand path is more than just a spiritual journey. It's a unique way of thinking and living. It champions the ideas of individualism and personal power. On this path, you're urged to break away from what society expects and find your own way. At the heart of the left-hand path lies individualism. It's all about realizing that each person is a unique being with their own strengths, weaknesses, and potentials. Instead of following the crowd or adhering to what society deems normal, this path encourages you to be true to yourself. It's about discovering what makes you distinctly you, embracing it and using it to carve out your own place in the world. Personal empowerment is another key aspect. This isn't just about gaining power for the sake of it. It's about taking control of your own life. You don't have to be bound by others' expectations. You can walk your own path with confidence and self-assurance. And this empowerment comes from self-knowledge and self-reliance. It's about knowing your worth and acting in a way that aligns with your true self, not just going along with what others say. One of the concepts of the left-hand path is self-deification. It's not about literally becoming a god. It's about seeing yourself as being as important and powerful as a deity in your own life. You are viewing yourself as the main character in your own story with the ability to shape your own destiny. This sense of self-worth can be incredibly liberating, freeing you from feelings of inadequacy and powerlessness. All of these principles, individualism, personal empowerment, and self-deification, challenge societal norms. Society often values conformity and adherence to established rules, and the left-hand path flips this around, asking you to question these norms and decide for yourself what is right. In doing so, it encourages growth and personal transformation that isn't bound by traditional expectations. So what does it mean to see yourself as a deity? On the left-hand path, self-deification is a key principle. It's the idea that you have the power to become your own god, small g. This means taking control of your life and destiny. Instead of following someone else's rules, you create your own. It's a profound form of personal empowerment. Self-deification isn't about thinking you're a literal god. It's just about recognizing your own potential. You have the power to shape your reality and your future. And this mindset can be a powerful tool for personal growth. It encourages you to take responsibility for your actions and decisions. So how does this work? Well, think about the challenges that you face. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, you view them as opportunities to grow. You are the master of your fate, and this perspective can transform how you approach problems, relationships, and it fosters resilience and determination. One way to practice self-deification is through rituals. These are powerful tools that can help you connect with your inner strength. Some people create altars dedicated to themselves. These altars serve as reminders of their power and potential. Meditation is another common practice, and this allows you to focus your mind and strengthen your will. By meditating on your goals, you can visualize your success. This mental exercise can boost your confidence and drive. Another aspect of self-deification is self-improvement. If you see yourself as a deity, you strive to be the best version of yourself. This means continually working on your skills and knowledge. It's about personal evolution. This commitment to self-growth can lead to significant achievements. How does this impact relationships? Self-deification teaches you to respect yourself. When you see yourself as a deity, you are less likely to let others control or manipulate you. This can lead to healthier, more balanced relationships. You set your boundaries and stick to them. It's important to note that self-deification is not about arrogance. It's about self-respect and self-worth. It's about seeing yourself as capable and deserving of good things. And this mindset can change how you interact with the world. It can make you more confident and assertive. So why is self-deification appealing to some people? It offers a sense of control and freedom. In a world that often tries to impose its rules on us, this path offers an alternative. It says you have the power to create your own path. You're not bound by societal norms. Self-deification encourages you to question everything. So why should you follow certain rules? Who benefits from them? This questioning can lead to greater awareness and understanding, and it can help you break free from limiting beliefs and habits. Occult rituals are often associated with the left-hand path, and these rituals serve as tools for personal growth and transformation as well. A common practice is invoking deities or supernatural beings. People who follow this path may call upon these entities to gain wisdom, strength, or guidance. They create sacred spaces designed to channel energies, amplifying their intentions. Another notable practice is the use of symbols. Symbols act as a focus for the mind, helping practitioners align their thoughts with their goals. The pentagram is one widely recognized symbol used in various rituals, and depending on its orientation, it can represent different intentions. Understanding the meaning behind these symbols is key to harnessing their power. Rituals often involve meditation and visualization. Practitioners use these techniques to manifest their desires into reality. By visualizing a desired outcome, they believe they can influence events to align with their will. This can range from personal success to spiritual insight. Ceremonial magic is also a part of these rituals. This involves complex rites and invocations, often taking place over extended periods. These ceremonies can elaborate with specific tools and garments to enhance the ritual's effectiveness. Each element of the ceremony serves a purpose, drawing the practitioner deeper into the experience. Blood rituals are another component, though more controversial. These rituals can involve symbolic offerings like the cutting of one's skin to use a few drops of blood. The idea here is that the sacrifice of blood represents a deep commitment to the intended goal. While many find this practice controversial, it holds deep significance for those who choose to engage in it. Lastly, there's the practice of shadow work. This involves exploring and integrating the darker parts of oneself. Shadow work encourages individuals to confront their fears and weaknesses. By facing these inner demons, they believe they can achieve greater self-awareness and empowerment. What does it mean to reject conventional morality? For those on the left-hand path, it's about creating and following their own set of ethics and principles. It's not about choosing to be immoral or harmful. Instead, it's questioning why certain rules exist and deciding if they align with one's personal beliefs. For example, many societies teach us to follow specific moral codes. These codes are often rooted in religious teachings or cultural norms. What if those teachings don't resonate with your individual sense of right and wrong? The left-hand path encourages questioning and, if necessary, dismissing these societal impositions. It's about forging a moral framework that truly reflects who you are, independent of external pressures. Many people following the left-hand path believe that conventional morality sometimes suppresses personal growth and freedom. If you're constantly living by someone else's rules, are you genuinely expressing yourself? The left-hand path encourages breaking free from these limitations to explore your true potential and desires. It's less about rebelling for rebellion's sake and more about seeking authenticity and self-truth. This approach may seem radical, but it offers a unique route for self-discovery. By rejecting conventional morality, individuals can experience a deeper connection with their true selves. They can understand their motivations and values better than if they simply followed the crowd. This can lead to a more fulfilling and empowered life. Adopting a new moral code doesn't mean one becomes a law unto oneself without regard for others. Instead, it involves thoughtful reflection on what principles matter most. It means deciding deliberately how to engage with the world in a way that is internally consistent and personally meaningful. Rejecting conventional morality on the left-hand path is about redefining one's values to better align with personal beliefs. It's a journey of questioning, evaluating, and ultimately creating a set of ethics that feel true to oneself. This shift can be liberating, offering an unfiltered look at what's genuinely important to you. So how might reevaluating traditional morals influence your personal growth and sense of self? There's also the right-hand path, and the right-hand path is often viewed as the more mainstream and traditional route in spiritual practice. It aligns with collective values and encourages conformity. Followers often seek to align themselves with a higher power external to themselves, like a deity or universal law. This path promotes community, ethical guidelines, and the renunciation of one's ego to achieve spiritual growth and enlightenment. Unlike the left-hand path, which stands apart with its emphasis on individualism and personal power, another key distinction lies in the approach to morality. The right-hand path often adopts a more conventional moral framework. Right and wrong are usually guided by historical, cultural, or religious norms. Adherents of this path aim to fit within these norms, believing that following them leads to spiritual elevation and harmony. The left-hand path questions and often rejects these traditional moralities. It's not about abandoning ethics, but redefining them on one's own terms. Ritual practices also varies between the two paths. Right-hand path rituals often involve communal worship, invoking external deities, and following established traditions. These practices are usually structured and focused on connecting with a higher power. They often aim to bring harmony and order to the participants' lives. For those on the left-hand path, rituals are a means to an end. They are personal tools for empowerment and transformation. Instead of invoking external forces, these rituals often focus on harnessing one's inner potential. They can be unorthodox, tailor-made to the individual's goals, and highly personal. Practitioners view these rituals as ways to break through societal constraints and achieve a higher state of personal existence. The ultimate goals of each path also differ. The right-hand path seeks unity with the divine and often promotes the dissolution of the self in the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment. It's about becoming part of a greater whole, achieving peace and often transcendence. The left-hand path is about personal sovereignty. It's about achieving mastery over oneself, breaking free from societal shackles, and realizing one's highest potential. Rather than dissolving the self, it's about enhancing and fully expressing it. The right-hand path emphasizes conformity, collective values, and external spiritual alignment. It encourages harmony with existing moral frameworks and communal worship practices. The left-hand path is about personal empowerment and individualism and self-deification. It challenges traditional morality, encourages the creation of personal ethical codes, and uses rituals for personal transformation. Both paths offer unique spiritual journeys, but they cater to different spiritual goals and types of seekers. What makes someone choose the left-hand path over the more conventional spiritual routes? Reasons vary. Many people are attracted to the promise of personal transformation and liberation. Individuals discover a unique sense of freedom by breaking away from societal norms and constraints. This journey calls for a deep dive into one's inner self, pushing the boundaries of self-awareness and allowing people to redefine their own principles. The left-hand path appeals to those who are searching for something beyond the familiar. They might feel restricted by the dogmas of mainstream religion or by the expectations imposed by society. By stepping onto this path, they find the courage to challenge these limitations and seek their own truths. This is a journey of self-discovery where the answers come from within rather than from external doctrines. Another reason that the left-hand path is so enticing is it emphasizes on personal power. Individuals are encouraged to see themselves as powerful beings capable of shaping their own destinies. This concept of self-deification, where one views oneself as a deity, can be both empowering and transformative. It encourages people to take responsibility for their own actions and to encourage their own inner strength. The path also attracts those who have a curiosity about the occult. The rituals and practices associated with the left-hand path can be seen as tools for personal growth and exploration. These rituals, steeped in symbolism and ancient knowledge, provide a framework for achieving personal goals and manifesting one's desires. This can be particularly appealing for those who feel disconnected from conventional spiritual practices. Many seekers are also drawn to the rejection of conventional morality that the left-hand path embraces. This doesn't mean that they engage in immoral acts. They create their own moral framework that aligns with their personal beliefs and values. This allows for a more personal approach to ethics and behavior, which can be liberating for those who feel constrained by traditional moral codes. In essence, the left-hand path offers an alternative spiritual journey. It provides an avenue for those who wish to examine their own psyche and embrace their own individuality. This path is not for everyone, but for those it calls. It promises a profound transformation and a journey towards self-liberation. Hey, we have a Patreon. If you want extra shows like the intermezzo or the artwork from all of our videos, check it out. Patreon.com/microphone therapy. All right, that's all I've got for today. If you like it, give us a like and subscribe. If you don't like it, that's okay too. Other than that, have a great day.